is Vanessa, and I wanted to make a video today talking about nursing school. So specifically, I want to talk about 5 tips that I have that you guys can do prior to beginning your nursing program that will hopefully set you up for success. So first of all, I wanted to make this video in this channel because when I started, before I even started nursing school actually, so when I was still taking my prerequisites, I stumbled upon many YouTube channels that really helped me. Not only did they kind of educate me on certain things, but they also really helped motivate me and inspired me and helped me kind of remember what the end goal was. If you're anything like me or live, I guess, in a place where I do, where I feel like schools are oversaturated with applicants and it's really rough to get into nursing program just because there's so many applicants and less teachers or whatnot, then you guys might know how stressful it is. So with YouTube channels that I was watching and videos, I really stayed inspired, and so hopefully I can help some of you guys out there. But if you have already gotten into nursing school, so these tips hopefully will really help you. Let's get right into them. So the first tip that I have is to talk to your friends and your family about what nursing school is going to entail. So let's say you got your letter of acceptance and you start in a couple of weeks, or maybe you already started. Go ahead and be very honest with your family, with yourself, and with your friends, and tell them that nursing school is going to be extremely time consuming. So not only are you going to spend a lot of time at your classes, you're going to spend a lot of time at your clinical sites, in lab, and also studying, of course, for all your exams and stuff. And there's projects, there's essays, there's all kinds of stuff. So time management, be very careful about where your time is going, and try to definitely prioritize your time to school so you can succeed. So yeah, just tell your family about it, tell your friends about it, be honest with them, and I'm sure that they'll understand and hopefully will help and support you along the way. Number 2 is to get a planner. I know that this is extremely obvious, and this isn't just for nursing school. I feel like anybody that's doing something rigorous and that takes a lot of planning and scheduling should get a planner. However, I do want to say it just in case there are a few that don't have their planner. Get yourself a planner. You're gonna get due dates all the time. They're gonna pop up out of nowhere, and you just want to have it in your backpack or in your bag available so you could write important stuff in it at all times. I know that a lot of people use their phones. I'm really bad about technology. I don't really like using my phone that much or applications that much. I love books and I love notebooks and stuff like that, and the planner is just what works for me. So carry that with you so you could write everything down. You don't want to miss any deadlines or anything like that. So get a planner. Number 3, and this is more for the people that haven't even gotten accepted into nursing school but are thinking about nursing school, I would say is to either 1, volunteer, 2, get a job in the hospital, or do both. Because you're gonna get yourself out there. You're gonna familiarize yourself with the hospital setting. You're gonna get to know if it's for you or if it's not for you. If you're queasy or things like that, if you're scared about blood or certain things, maybe, get yourself out there as a volunteer or as a technician or a CNA or something like that, where you're exposed to those things prior to starting nursing school. That way you can see how you handle them and if it's really for you. Not only is it good for yourself to know, but also it's gonna look really great on your resume for the day that you do actually graduate nursing school. If you have some patient care experience, I'm sure it's going to help a ton. I have worked as a CNA, and I currently volunteer in the emergency room because I have a different job outside of the hospital. And that is kind of my way of being in the loop right now in the hospital setting. And I really enjoy it. And yeah, I would definitely recommend you guys to get yourself out there so you could start kind of making some contacts and just knowing, or even specialties, knowing what specialties are for you. Or, if you like to be in the NICU, or if you want to be in the emergency. I volunteer in the emergency room right now, and I wanted to specifically volunteer there because I think it's what kind of nursing specialty I want to get into. However, I definitely wanted to expose myself to it before I guess I apply. I don't know, but I'm really liking it. I'm sure that I will really enjoy other specialties as well. So that is my recommendation for you guys. Number 4, and I feel like this is a huge one, get your finances together. So don't make any big expenses before starting nursing school unless it's necessary. So like if you need to buy yourself a new laptop, or, you know, of course your books or supplies, things like that, of course, like do it. But don't go and get yourself a brand new car that you don't need, or just any big expense that is gonna bring stress later on in your life. And I say this because when you're in the program, you don't want to be stressing about paying off your credit card or anything like that. You want to be stressing on studying for school. That is going to be your priority. So just don't try to make any big expenses. Try to pay off your credit card if you have any debt, or try to get like a lower interest rate, or just take steps, like proactive steps that are going to set you up for success and that are going to ease your stress long term. So again, like I said earlier, you can focus on studying instead of focusing on these other things. And then the last one is to find a study partner or like a study group. And this is very interesting because when I was in the program, I guess last year, I felt like I was a self-learner, or like I learned best by myself. And I still kind of feel like that. However, there are times where enough is enough. Like, for example, you've studied for 2-3 days in a row for an exam, and at that point, you study for 10 minutes and then you look at your phone. You study for another 10 minutes and then you go on Pinterest for 10 minutes. You know, things like that. Like, you kind of get bored. Excuse me. I cough. You kind of get bored, or you start kind of just sidetracking way too much. And this is when a study partner or study group comes in hand and will definitely help you focus again. And so if you've hit that point where you're not really focusing anymore, if you get together with someone and kind of retrack your studying and get everything together, it helps so much. You get to talk to the other person. Maybe they'll teach you something that you didn't know, or like what I like to do is when I get with my study partner, I tell her, hey, you know, we'll set a timer for half an hour. We're going to sit at this table, we're going to study our own thing, whatever it is that we want to study on, and then when that timer goes off after half an hour, we can talk either about school or about whatever subject. Now let's say 5-10 minutes go by. Okay, back to 30 minutes. And, you know, and keep the cycle going. And that way the other person holds you accountable. And the other person obviously also wants to succeed. So they should hold you accountable. So this definitely helps. And it also kind of gives you a break to socialize. Because if you're in a room by yourself studying all the time, it's very easy to just start sidetracking and getting on your phone. And it's probably also not that good for you to spend so much time on your phone. So yeah, that is my last tip. So I hope that this video helped you guys out. Please let me know if you have any questions, or please comment on the box below, and I will definitely get back to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and congratulations to all of you that got into a nursing program, and wishes to everybody else that are trying to get into it. You guys will. Of course you will, as long as you work hard and you definitely try. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, guys.